Welcome one, welcome all. We have made it to Splashdown Saturday number 5 winner bracket finals between NFT Robbers, their number 1 seed, and number 3 seed Run It Back, who just won against Woe, who we saw earlier on stream, and they won in 3-1 fashion. But before I get ahead of myself, my name is Rocket, and joined with me is the one, the only Tacos. How you doing today?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, so we're just here for Splashdown Saturday number 5, and we're gonna be looking at winner bracket finals right now. Like Rocket said, seed 1 versus 3. So seed 3 did have a little bit of an upset in that winner bracket semis against seed 2. But I'm not familiar really with the comps of these players since I wasn't here before. But Rocket, since you were here with the semis, you wanna give us a little breakdown, recap of maybe what these teams are running if you did before? I know you saw NFT Robbers. Oh, we're going into it. I guess we can see the comps now.
Yeah, indeed. It was mainly just that rapid blaster there that was not usually something what we see, but also as well next on that brush that's really just doing all that damage. Actually, it's Addict on that brush now instead. Apologies there, as they are now the ones with the brush in their hands. An opportunity here to maybe go toe-to-toe to repeat some of the success Nex has against this Carbon. And we're seeing the Carbon and brush. They are taking a quick one-for-one trade, so no more frontline opportunities there for them as Run It Back. Although they did initially lose control of the zone, or have a strong control of it now as 2 players from NFT Robbers fall.
Yeah, and there's just trades going down on both sides. The zone is pretty neutral here with the scores going, but it looks like NFT Robbers is picking up the pace. They got 2 down on Run It Back. They do have that zone capped right now with the penalty down. They're continuing to get picks on Run It Back, so if they can get on Run It Back's plat here, they could put up a pretty good hold here. Run It Back does have that strikes ready. They are going to pop them, trying to force something out of NFT Robbers to get in. There we go. There's the pick on the brush that they need. Their 52 does go down. Unfortunately, the Carbon's going to go down. Just the T-Tech and the pencil left here to defend. The points are ticking down from NFT Robbers, so when the rest of Run It Back is back, they're going to need to collect themselves and find a way to get in here.
Yeah, and I feel like that's going to start with building these trip strikes from this T-Tech here, and now you need to start developing your push here. Unfortunately, though, those T-Tech strikes will not be used as a great pick from that Rapid Blaster Pro Deco will be had, and another one onto the Carbon. That is a quick wipeout, and that will seal the deal as NFT Robbers are continuing their hot hand, and that will just seal it game 1, basically 100-0 for them.
And that is just how Barnacle Dime zones can go sometimes. I mean, if you're super strong like NFT Robbers there, we saw they just kept staggering Run It Back, and they honestly didn't really let Run It Back get like a good team push going with specials. Every time, like I really only saw the strikes getting popped there on that. I just feel like it was so hard for Run It Back to get in and just find a way in to stabilize themselves. So yeah, if you can't really keep your team alive when you're retaken there, it can be super easy for NFT Robbers to just get a good hold and lock out the other team.
Indeed, man. We saw like these quick 2-for-1 interactions that really just always benefited NFT Robbers. They were just right place, right time, able to use their specials to their advantage, and basically just like you said, be able to stagger Run It Back. And now we are moving to game number 2 of Rainmaker Robo Ramen here, which is not a map mode I see commonly. Usually you see zones played on this map, but Rainmaker is always the close second here. What can we really expect to be the keys for both these teams here, Tacos, on this map particularly?
Well, honestly, Robo Rainmaker is not really a map mode combination that I see much in tournament play. I really don't know the last time I have seen it being played, but I know that Robo Zones is played a lot, and one important thing on this map is getting into the opponents through their chokehold and setting up on their plat. I think that can be pretty strong, but we're already going back into it. We see the exact same comps from both sides, I believe, here. So let's see if Run It Back can maybe get a stronger opening here and start off with the first push this time.
Yeah, the Carbon and the brush, one from NFT Robbers and on the other side the Carbon from Run It Back, are going to be key players that the other team needs to worry about in order to move the Rainmaker forward, because you leave even a plot of ink unchecked and those weapons can immediately shut down your push by taking and assassinating your Rainmaker carrier here. But we see Ace on this right side trying to make something happen. The Whale goes out to see if they can try to find a pick here to set Run It Back up. They take the fight with the Slosher, not quite finding much value here, as actually, before I can even say anything about that, yet again, NFT Robbers with a quick wipeout there, and are chugging along towards this goal already.
Yeah, I mean, we see that strong play that NFT Roberts had that game one. They're gonna run that the Rainmaker all the way to 19 points, and it hasn't even been a minute of the game here. We're just starting at the first minute. The Brush trying to run into continue the push is gonna get picked off though. But that's going to be a really, really strong push, first push from NFT Robbers, and they're not letting it go. Like, they're still on Run It Back's plat. They're popping the strikes. They're going to run the Rainmaker down to 10 points remaining. Run It Back needs to get these picks. They are getting some picks, but I just feel like NFT Robbers just keep respawning so quickly, getting back in, and they're just not letting Run It Back breathe.
Indeed, and if you want to get that space to breathe, running back needs to develop these specials, maybe get a key pick here and there. The Pencil just trying to go onto IPS, maybe just seeing if they can get away with something here. Addict just trying to work away at that shield, eventually punished by Rosa, and now eventually run it back will maybe get some of their area back, as Rosa being the one to pop the cooler as well to maybe stabilize things. Just trying to see if they can get that Rainmaker as far away from their own goal as possible here. However, NFT Robbers is making them fight for every inch of ink, every inch of land, as now Rosa left isolated by themselves is just trying to have to dance, try to survive, eventually taken out by that Rapid Plastic Pro Deco. So now, yet again, another opportunity for NFT Robbers to threaten a knockout here.
Yeah, it's been almost over 2 minutes here, and Run It Back has just not gotten out of their spawn. I mean, NFT Robbers are just so great at applying this pressure. We see them staggering their specials too. Like, look at that. The whale was popped. Now the strikes are coming out, and they're able to follow up and get a pick every time. Run It Back 2 down here. The Rainmaker has thankfully reset, so that is going to give them a little breathing room, because now NFT Robbers can't just run it through there, but it doesn't matter because they're still on their plat, and Run It Back is just not able to find a way to break through their plat. The Rapid here is going to go for a really, really cheeky flank. They're going to get a pick on that Pencil. Let's see if they can get another pick on another teammate. No, their teammates are 2 down. It is going to be 2 down on both sides with Run It Back in the man advantage now. And it looks like they finally were able to get some sort of a wipe on NFT Robbers, so maybe this is when they can make a play.
Yeah, the strikes went out just to stabilize mid for control for running back here, and now just trying to threaten at least this first checkpoint here. 2 players are down for NFT Robbers, so maybe an opportunity to eventually go down. Now 3, actually, as that Zap is going to be the last one standing for NFT Robbers. Now Azuka is coming out, will find IPS, and now it is running back's turn to now threaten the goal of NFT Robbers, as they are the ones now being able to stagger their specials while not quite being able to make it towards the goal, as Rosa is quickly shut down by the Slosher. 3 players down for running back, so now this push has lost all its momentum, and yet again NFT Robbers will be able to run it back towards run it back side of the map there. I did not mean to do that, but anyways, here a really great defense from NFT Robbers despite that, and there is the quick carbon pick onto the Rainmaker to at least buy some time for run it back. However, their time is running low here as we are just 1 minute left into the match.
Yeah, and even though Run It Back was able to get a pretty nice push to 27, that's not good enough to beat that push of 10 points remaining from NFT Robbers. So like you said, in this last minute, they're going to have to scramble here and try to find some kind of picks to find an opening. They have the strikes ready with the hammer coming out, getting the Rainmaker pop. Isn't actually going to find anything. That's because that Zuka is going to shut down the player. 1 down on both sides, but if you're Run It Back, you really want to try to find that player advantage so you can find an easy way to get in. And there we go. They're getting those staggering picks, as you can see. Let's see if the carbon does secure another pick, and NFT Robbers is pretty staggered right now, but they are able to shut down the Rainmaker. Now there's only 20 seconds left with 2 players left on Run It Back, and they really need to find a way to get in here.
Carbon could be the way in there, just trying to chase for this kill. We'll find that Rapid Blaster Pro. We'll try to find more. Actually, 2 more will fall here. Wipe in the waning seconds of this. This could be huge. This is the opportunity that Run It Back needed here. They just need to get this goal. They need to make sure that Rainmaker stays alive, but no, it is quickly taken out there. Just mere inches away from taking the lead from NFT Robbers. A huge burst bomb, I believe, and just the combination of that was able to shut it down oh so short, and NFT Robbers, by the skin of their teeth, hold on to that, and now we are looking at sweep territory, as that was just matter of milliseconds they're talking.
Yeah, I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, the first 2 minutes, like, it just didn't look like Run It Back was gonna find a way in. NFT Robbers just had like such a strong grip on their plat. They even kept pushing the Rainmaker down until 10 points remaining, but Hey, Rainmaker can go like that sometimes. In the last like 10 seconds, run it back, found that wipeout. And when you get a wipeout on Rainmaker, it can be really, really punishing on the other team. But luckily, run it back wasn't too, luckily for NFT Robbers, run it back wasn't up far enough for them to secure that lead. And yeah, they fell short like 1 or 2 points. So really, really unfortunate for run it back. But that was still a pretty strong showing for run it back because getting close enough to beat a lead of 10 points remaining is really, really strong. So I'm definitely not surprised to see if they can win this third game here.
I mean, it definitely showed me that they are still able to succeed under pressure here, but speaking of that pressure, you have all the pressure on you now because any further mistake will force you to go down into loser's bracket here. You have to pull off what NFT Robbers just did and pull off a reverse sweep against them, so like their name says, they're just going to have to run it back, and hopefully they can get this game if they want to stay alive. NFT Robbers trying to make sure that doesn't happen here. Game 3 is going to be clams here, and now on a more familiar map that we're more used to seeing here, it is going to be clams, and it's going to be excuse me, it's going to be clams here, and we're going to see if they can continue to hold their lead firm, that NFT Robbers that is, of course.
Yeah, that's already 2 down on an NFT Robbers, but it looks like they did have that cooler, so they're going to be back already. The Run It Back is starting their push and getting on the plat, which is super, super vital to score on this map. We see the 52 is already on the plat. Unfortunately, the hammer from the brush is going to get a pick, but does get traded out by the 52. The 52, though, is still just sitting on this plat, throwing up a wall, being a menace right here, trying to find some pick. Does get taken out by the bucket, though. That's going to be 1 down on Run It Back. So NFT Robbers are trying to fight for their plat. They're not letting Run It Back get through. And there we go. The brush finds a key opening, taking down 3, taking down 4. And that's going to be a wipe on the side of Run It Back, giving a chance to NFT Robbers to get into mid and start a push of their own.
Yeah, NFT Robbers have been able to force a lot of wipeouts, and it has really just allowed them to continue to snowball here. But that wipeout is quickly met, though, by Run It Back, and they have been able to recover very nicely here, now forcing NFT Robbers back, and they will be the ones actually to get the first score on the board. However, will there be any follow-up? Yes, there is. There is a little bit of follow-up, knocking it down to 68. However, now the hammer comes out, and will be forcing the members of Run It Back as it's just left to that Carbon to be the last player standing here, and now Run It Back just has to recollect themselves off of that push, and now they have to face the 2 specials that NFT Robbers has, and Keeley, those 22 clams that could prove dangerous.
NFT Robbers finding a pick on that carbon. That's going to be really, really good. There's not going to be a little shark coming out to stop them. And now they got the strikes pop, the hammer pop. They're just letting everything go down on this plat. And when you use all your specials like that, you're guaranteed to get some balls in. There we go, 3 balls even. That is going to be a really, really, really good push for NFT Robbers, getting down all the way to 40. They were unfortunately wiped, so this is going to give a really good opportunity for Run It Back to get into mid here and try to recollect themselves and paint mid. But NFT Robbers has a pretty strong lead here, so Run It Back is going to need to do something here in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get the lead back if they want to stay in the game.
I feel like we see that a lot, Tacos. Whoever is the second one to attack is usually the one to come out in the lead here for most of the match at the very least, and even win the entire thing. So pressure is definitely on for Run It Back to see if they can come back and get some more clams and continue to push on, because so far NFT Robbers have been able to control mid really effectively. You almost have Tri-Strikes online as well, and you just shut down the T-Tex Tri-Strikes on the side of Run It Back. Cooler online as well for them to continue to move forward. This Slosher just being 1 clam away from getting a ball here, and maybe just seeing if they can extend this lead even further. They're now threatening the ramp here, just seeing if they can just test the waters a little bit, just see if they can maybe catch one of these players overextending a little bit, but just forcing themselves back as now a little bit of neutral here, as they know they can just keep away with that strong lead.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a pretty strong lead like that, all you need to do is just hold your ground in mid, but never mind, they're going to get 3 picks on Run It Back, and they're going to start another push. You know, they had a pretty solid lead, but you can always go for more. It looks like, unfortunately, though, that they're not. Oh, never mind, the brush running around. Let's see if they can score. Yep, they're going to get in some more clams, so they are going to bring their lead down 2 more points. The brush actually is also going to take 2 down with them, which is pretty strong. So even though they didn't get any more points on the board, basically, they were able to stagger run it back and still keep that pressure applied so that run it back can't find an opportunity to break in and swap the lead.
Here. Now we have IPS kind of being the only player for NFT Robbers in a defensive position here, just trying to defend their rampant spinner. We'll pop Cooler for the rest of NFT Robbers to come back. It's a very good dodge on that Zuka. I don't know how they stayed alive in that. And they even managing to take out the Gal as well. A very nicely placed Splat Bomb there. 40 seconds left for NFT Robbers to try to maintain this lead. However, don't count run it back out yet as they force a 2-down situation here. 13 clams, 2 run it backs named, 2 balls in their hand, 1 actually on the ground. Will it be picked up in time? No, it's going to be dissipated here as Rosa tries to save it, but we'll just try to stay alive, but it is not ready for Addict's Hammer here, trying to move forward. That is a wipeout for NFT Robbers, which looks like to be a dangerous situation. Now 13 seconds left for run it back to try to collect any clams here. 10 seconds left. It doesn't look like they have any clams left to really work with to try to force overtime. They don't have any pity, so it is just left for NFT to try to just play keep away, and they will succeed in that and complete the sweep over run it back. NFT Robbers, by the way, between 2 sets have won 6 straight games.
Yeah, they are definitely on a run. I mean, we see the powerhouse of them getting that reverse sweep in semis and now just powering through our winner bracket finals and securing themselves a spot in grands pretty nicely. So yeah, they're going to be moving on to grands, and run it back will be going to loser bracket finals, so they will have a chance to prove their team name and, you know, run it back on NFT Robbers, but they're gonna have to go through the losers first.
Yeah, but really hard fought throughout. I mean, basically, run it back looked like they were going to win that game too, but they were able to go toe-to-toe with NFT Robbers the entire way. Don't let that 3-0 scoreline fool you. Run it back was with NFT Robbers basically every step of the way. It just wasn't enough at the very end there. And like you mentioned, they have one last opportunity in losers bracket finals. But before we get to that, actually, losers bracket semis is still underway. Woe versus 5K Ping. The losers of winners bracket semis are going at it right now in the best of 3. Woe is currently up 1-0 there, so we will see if Woe is able to close it out against 5K Ping to face run it back in winners bracket finals. But we'll just have to wait and see, as I believe we're going to be taking a very short break before that, so don't go anywhere. We will be taking a look down at losers bracket finals here shortly.